Everybody ready for some juicy secrets? Welcome to Beyond the Screen, I am Nate, and these are the top 10 dark secrets Justin Timberlake tried to keep hidden. Number 10, Cry Me a River. Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake is a very catchy song. It's pretty mean and clearly about Britney, but still very catchy. When the song was first released, Britney was sideswiped, even though the music video was clearly aimed at Britney, even casting a lookalike to play an unfaithful girlfriend. In The Woman in Me, Britney's new book, she reflected on the plot of the 2002 video, describing it as a woman who looks like her cheats on him and wanders around sad in the rain, which is a pretty solid summation. The media backlash from the video painted Britney as a harlot who had broken the heart of America's golden boy when she was actually comatose in Louisiana and he was happily running around Hollywood. Comatose in Louisiana sounds like the title of a book about a young man trapped in the swamps of Louisiana. I gotta write something down. Britney admitted that she was unfaithful to Justin in a way. She kissed choreographer Wade Robson while she was still dating Timberlake, but following the split in 2002, Justin went public claiming that he would not tell anyone who his songs were actually about, telling people they were self-explanatory. Well, karma came back to bite him when a book about his misdeeds was published and sold out in the first week. Number 9, Oh Baby Baby. It should come as no surprise to anyone that Britney Spears is one of the first people I will be talking about today, and will talk about a couple of times because she literally wrote about this man in her memoir, exposing every little secret that he once held dear. The world now knows that Britney almost had a baby with him, but that he encouraged her not to have it, something she went through with and regrets to this day. I've not personally read Britney's memoir yet, however it is on my wish list, so we'll see how much terrible stuff there really is inside its pages. One thing that was revealed that is public knowledge is just how much shame Britney felt when Justin released his song Cry Me a River, which I've already talked about. Too bad for Britney, it's pretty catchy. The song was claiming that Britney had cheated on him, but we all know now that it was actually the opposite and he actually cheated on her. The entire argument is only solved when you choose a side, so you be the judge. Number 8, Take Back the Night. It would appear that Justin's been too busy bringing stuff back for him to do some basic research. When Justin decided to call his next single Take Back the Night, he had no idea that the same name was already trademarked by a foundation for people affected by physical mistreatment that has been holding emotionally charged campus events since the 1970s. Thankfully, the internet exists and education took place. Justin was forced to release a public statement apologizing for his actions that he really wasn't even aware of. He said upon the release of his new song Take Back the Night, he was made aware of the organization of the same name called Take Back the Night Foundation. He took the opportunity to let everyone know that neither his song nor its lyrics had any association with the organization. As he learned more about the Take Back the Night Foundation, he was moved by their efforts to stop violence against women, create safe communities, and encourage respectful relationships for women, something that we all really should rally around. He hoped that the coincidence would bring more awareness to the cause. His words did not make things instantly better, considering he admitted to not knowing the cause even existed, further showcasing the need to spread the word. The foundation sent Justin a letter claiming that there would be legal action for using their name without permission, something that was eventually settled outside of court. Number 7, Time's Up. Sometimes people should really think before they do something, like when Justin and his wife Jessica Biel posted photos of themselves wearing #Time's Up pins on their way to the Golden Globes in 2018. Yes, at the time there was a ton of online presence for the Time's Up movement. Most of the celebrities in attendance at the awards that year were wearing nothing but black and supporting the ants. And the reason people were upset with how Justin did it was because he had just started a project with Woody Allen. For those who may have forgotten, the Time's Up movement was an initiative by women in Hollywood calling for a change in the treatment of women across all industries. Woody Allen is a controversial man because of the 1992 investigation into the concerns that he had physically mistreated his daughter, Dylan Farrow. Woody was never formally charged, but the accusations followed him everywhere he went. This led many people online to call Justin out for the hypocrisy of wearing a pin while working with Woody. Justin was blissfully unaware of the controversy, but he apologized for it anyway. Number 6, Vegas. When Justin sat down for an interview with Beats Radio 1, he talked about his new album, Man of the Woods, family life, and his career path. When he was asked about the possibility of taking up residency in Vegas though, he responded by saying it was something to consider if he ever wanted to retire. He continued saying that it would feel like planning a retirement. For some reason, that was a scary thing for him to think about. A lot of performers have purchased property in Las Vegas, not as a retirement spot, but just as like a home base whenever they're performing for extended periods of times. The comments were considered to be pretty rude, especially to anyone that is not a celebrity living in Las Vegas, and according to Justin, everyone in town is in their retirement stage and therefore are old. He's received a fair share of backlash for the comments, but has yet to actually purchase any property in the town or apologize for them. Number 5, the bet. Betting your friend to do something stupid is pretty fun, okay? It's pretty awesome, but betting your friend to do something to another person can be a little bit gross. Of course, in this case, the bet was made when Justin and his childhood friend Ryan Gosling were only 12 years old. The bet was to see who could kiss a certain lady first, and that lady was Jessica Simpson. As luck would have it, Jessica and Justin crossed paths a few times over the years and eventually sparked a romantic connection in 2006, following Simpson's split from Nick Lachey. During their brief romance, he recalls a time when she spotted Justin texting someone moments after they had locked lips. To her, maybe she did a bad job or he was messaging another girl, something weird, but it turned out that he was just texting Ryan Gosling, Ken himself, to let him know that he had indeed lost a bet. She then admitted that she had a little bit of a crush on Ryan growing up and that Justin was lucky to have gotten there first. They of course broke up, but Jessica has very little to say in negative reference to Justin, so let's move on. Number 4, The Social Network. Having just seen the film The Social Network this past week for like the 10th time, I understand where the star of the film, Jesse Eisenberg, is coming from. In The Social Network, Justin plays Sean Parker, who's a real person who famously invented Napster and was then arrested and charged for a number of misdeeds only briefly covered in the movie. In the years that followed, Jesse Eisenberg has been fairly closed off about his time on set, and why wouldn't he be? Jesse Eisenberg, there are probably a million DC fans out there who are ready to just cave his face in at a moment's notice. However, when he is pressed about his time working on The Social Network, there is one constant, that Justin Timberlake did a great job. Now, when someone does an incredible job on set, that's usually a good thing, but not when the person they're playing is known to be a playboy with a penchant for the underage. While there is of course nothing tying Justin personally to that Sean Parker character, I do have to say, just after watching him in the role and everything that's going down in the past couple months, it's just a little bit scary how many times I forgot I was watching a movie. Number 3, Wifey. Justin's current wife is no stranger to her husband being a pain in the neck. One night a few years back, Justin was spotted holding hands with his Palmer co-star, Alicia Wainwright, while he was still very much married to Jessica Biel. Of course, the internet being what it is, saw that this man was holding another woman's hand and they were like, oh, they must be a couple, he's definitely cheating on his wife. I'm sorry, but that is very silly, and if you saw that picture and assumed that, you are also silly. Justin was forced to release a public statement clarifying that he had in fact not done anything bad with his co-star at all. He had a bit too much no-no juice and wasn't paying attention to how he was behaving. He claims to have grown close to his co-star, but in more of a brother-sister kind of way. Jessica forgave him, but he continued to showcase a pattern of careless actions, and he has used offensive accents and language during interviews and even while on stage performing his music. Because Justin associates himself with rap a lot, he seems to think he's good to use slang and speak with an accent that just doesn't sound right coming out of his face. Jessica and Justin posted photos together for the hashtag Time's Up movement, and for those of you who might have forgotten, I did just mention it, so you shouldn't have forgot that. So just saying, bad move, J-Dog. Number 2, cut it out. Musician SZA had to deal with Justin in a very public way on the now cancelled Ellen DeGeneres show. SZA and Justin were brought onto the show to discuss a collaboration, but it seemed like whenever Ellen was trying to ask a question, Justin felt that it was necessary to give the answer. On top of that, he continuously calls her sis and speaks with what many people agree are stereotypical catchphrases and mannerisms usually linked to people of color. So many people took to Twitter following the interview to ask why he was talking like this and why he was talking over her so much. What is with the voice? And if this man calls her sis one more time, people did not know what they were going to do. He was accused of cultural appropriation, only speaking this way when SZA was there, but as a lot of people know, he doesn't tend to speak with any specific mannerisms. The interview was uncomfortable and it clearly started some tension between these two. And at number 1, the court jester. In doing research for this video, I found over like 20 examples of Justin Timberlake making a fool of himself in public. He pretended to be Prince at a Golden Globes one year and crouched down to 5'2" and did a busted impression of him. Not a good move. He has a penchant for impressions though, as he also did this to Rihanna's mother as he accepted his American Music Award for Best Male Soul R&B Singer. He doesn't research the names of other things before he uses them, like the Take Back the Night situation and the anti-mistreatment organization thing. He literally paid someone to pretend to be Britney and crash a car on camera for his music video to What Goes Around Comes Around. I could go on all day about why this guy isn't great, but I will save that for another video. If you enjoyed this one though, leave a like down below and follow the channel for more celebrity content each and every day. Thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time.